Welcome to this explainer. Imagine having your most profitable quarter ever, only to discover you owe thousands in back taxes because you missed one single compliance step. Yeah, operating in Virginia without a sales tax permit can literally wipe out your entire profit margin. So let's dive into your ultimate guide for securing your Virginia sales tax application and keep that hard-earned money safe.
So what actually happens if you fail to collect? Well, the harsh reality is, once a transaction is done, you can't exactly go knocking on your customer's door asking for the tax you forgot to charge, right? So you end up paying that uncollected tax directly out of your own pocket. Plus, you get hit with severe interest and massive penalties. It's a total nightmare scenario. But hey, that is exactly why we're here today. Here is our game plan for today. We'll start with an introduction to sales tax in Virginia, look at eligibility and requirements, walk through the step-by-step application process, cover some key considerations and tips, talk about maintaining compliance, and finally, wrap up with resources and support. All right, Section 1, Introduction to Sales Tax in Virginia, Understanding the Basics. Let's get right into it.
So, what is the deal with Nexus? Think of Nexus as a legal binding tie to the state. It basically dictates whether Virginia actually has the authority to make you collect tax. You trigger a physical nexus by having a storefront, an office, or even just storing inventory there. And yep, for all you e-commerce folks, if your Amazon FBA inventory is sitting in a Virginia warehouse, you've got physical nexus.
Now here is a super important number, 100,000. Even if you literally never step foot in Virginia, you can still trigger what's called economic nexus. If you're an out-of-state remote seller pulling in over $100,000 in gross sales from Virginia customers, or you hit 200 separate transactions in a calendar year, boom, you are legally bound to register.
To sum all that up, who exactly has to register? Well, it's retail businesses with physical locations, remote or online sellers hitting those economic thresholds, pop-up vendors and event sellers, and of course, businesses utilizing Amazon FBA in Virginia. Basically, if you fit any of these, you're officially acting as a tax collection agent for the state.
Moving right along to Section 2, Eligibility and Requirements, what you need before you start.
Before you even think about touching a tax form, you need to gear up. First, on the pre-application checklist, you absolutely need a Federal Employer Identification Number, or EIN, from the IRS. It's free and fast. Next, register with the State Corporation Commission, or the SEC. Also, definitely check your local zoning and BPOL requirements. That stands for Business, Professional, and Occupational License. Oh, and have all your entity structure and contact info ready to go.
As the state's own official guidance lays out, knocking out your IRS EIN and SCC registration first isn't just a suggestion. It is a total non-negotiable. Quick tip though, make sure the legal name on your EIN matches your SCC record perfectly, or the system will flag it and stall your whole application.
Okay, Section 3, Step-by-Step Application Process, the Guided Blueprint. Let's look at how you actually get this done.
The process is actually pretty straightforward. Step 1, gather all your business and owner details. Step 2, visit the Virginia tax portal online. Step 3, complete the digital application form. And Step 4, submit it and get your account number. You'll be asked for things like projected monthly sales and your NAICS industry codes, so just take your time and make sure everything is perfectly accurate.
You'll be doing all of this through the iReg business portal. Because of a 2024 mandate, almost all new businesses have to register online now. Honestly, it's a good thing, it's super modernized, and completely streamlines the whole headache of registering.
And here's exactly why you want to be online instead of using paper form R1. With online registration, approval is usually immediate, or at least same day. You get your digital ST4 certificate right away. But if you have to mail in the paper form, you're looking at a 2 to 4 week wait, so definitely go digital if you can.
All right, Section 4, Key Considerations and Tips. Insider secrets. These are the little things that save you big time. Let's talk about common mistakes to avoid. Don't confuse your Virginia tax account number with your federal EIN. They are totally different things. We already mentioned matching your EIN name to your SCC record. Don't skip that local BPOL registration. Make sure you're filing the right sales tax return. For instance, most filers moved to Form ST1 recently. And whatever you do, don't miss that $50 SCC annual registration fee, or they'll slap you with a penalty. Now, for the remote sellers out there, listen up to this part about over-registering. If you sell 100% of your products through a marketplace facilitator, like Amazon or Etsy, they are actually legally required to collect and remit the tax for you. So unless you also sell directly through your own independent website to Virginia customers, you probably don't even need your own separate Virginia sales tax account.
Moving into Section 5, maintaining compliance, life after approval.
Getting the permit is really just the starting line. You need to know the zero return rule. Once you're assigned a filing period, you must file a sales tax return for every single period. Yep, even if you collected exactly $0 in sales tax. If you just skip it because you had no sales, you're going to get hit with automatic penalties. Not fun.
Here are a few more compliance guardrails to keep in mind. If you make tax-exempt sales, you absolutely must collect valid exemption or resale certificates. If you get audited and can't produce them, you are paying that tax out of pocket. Also, keep your compliance history clean. If you bounce checks or file late, the tax commissioner can literally force you to post a surety bond just to keep your doors open. And lastly, always file a final return if you ever close up shop.
Finally, Section 6, resources and support, your help desk. Because sometimes we all need a little backup.
Here's a quick cheat sheet for you. The Virginia Department of Taxation Business Customer Service line is 804-367-837. Then there's Business One Stop, which is a fantastic interactive system for multi-agency registration. And of course, the State Corporation Commission for Entity Formation and Annual Compliance.
The really cool thing about this system is how interconnected it all is. For instance, if you're planning on hiring a team, you can actually register at the Virginia Employment Commission, or VEC, at the exact same time you're setting up your tax account. It's super efficient.
Now, a quick legal disclaimer. As an explainer, we've got to remind you that tax laws and state thresholds frequently change. The rules of the game shift all the time. So always consult the current Virginia Department of Taxation regulations, or better yet, partner up with a certified professional tax advisor.
So, we leave you with this. Now that you know the true cost of noncompliance, paying out of pocket, brutal penalties, maybe even a forced surety bond, are you fully prepared to secure your Virginia sales tax permit today? Get your paperwork in order, jump into that portal, and protect the business you have worked so hard to build. Thanks for tuning into this explainer, and we'll see you next time.